You know, after hearing what the old owners saw, this is the exact thing. You know, there's no reason for them to make this up. They don't even want to comment on camera. But that means it's not tied to the doll. It's something that could be ancient. It could be tied to the land. It could be tied to a curse.
The curse of Chickies Rock. In the late 1800s, just north of Columbia, 3 sisters lived in a small cabin atop Chickies Hill. Known for their strange rituals and whispered curses, the Shank sisters were said to practice the dark art of voodoo powwow magic, known to have the 6th and 7th books of Moses in their possession. When the town claimed their land to build a park and lay trolley tracks, the sisters didn't fight back. They made a pact. And one by one, they leapt from the cliffs of Chickies Rock, but not before placing a curse. One meant to rot the very soul of the town that betrayed them. On August 9th, 1896, their revenge began. Trolley car 61 was overloaded. Nearly 80 passengers crammed in after a Sunday picnic at the park was cut short by a sudden storm. Rain slicked the tracks, and a strange swarm of potato bugs clogged the rails. As the trolley descended Chickies Hill, the brakes gave out. The pole detached from the overhead wire, cutting power, leaving passengers terrified in the pitch dark. Inside, screams drowned out any thought of escape. The trolley hit a bend at over 60 miles per hour, flew from the rails and slammed into a tree, and tumbled down a 30-foot embankment. 6 were killed, among them the town's mayor. 68 more were injured, many horribly disfigured. Most blamed the rain, the weight, the bugs, but locals whispered of the sisters. The land had been cursed, and it wasn't done claiming lives. Since then, at least 13 more people have died near Chickies Rock under strange and often brutal circumstances. The darkness that clings to Chickies Hill seems to have spread, infecting the very soil of Columbia. And now it's reached the Samuel Miller Mansion.
Welcome to My Haunted Manor.
So there is a local legend in Columbia and surrounding towns about 3 sisters called the Shank sisters. And they actually lived on the land where Chickies Rock is now. And in the 1800s, they wanted to put this trolley system in, but the tracks would have gone supposedly right through where their house was. The town of Columbia basically forfeit their land ownership. And so rumor has it that they actually put a curse on the land itself using the 6th and 7th book of Moses. And at the end of the spell that they used, they actually sealed it by all grabbing hands and jumping off of the face of the cliff, ultimately falling to their death. Now, none of this is documented. It's all a lot of articles that are written kind of as local folklore. Since the 80s, there has been numerous amounts of deaths there, whether people have fallen off of the cliff itself or jumped. The trolley accident itself was very real, and you can find articles and photographs of the accident. The cause actually is overweight capacity and a lot of potato bugs on the tracks that night, which made it very slippery and hard to stop. But a lot of people also relate it to the locust stories from the Bible. And a lot of people think that maybe the number of deaths that have happened there were caused by the spell that the Shank sisters put on the land.
So we're out here, we're at Chickies Rock Park, and trying to find any remnants of these witches' house and any remnants of the trolley tracks that are left here. What are you guys feeling here? Anything?
It's pretty ominous.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty deep in the woods, and we didn't think it was going to be this far, but we're waiting for our drone guy to get up here landing.
Yeah.
We lost contact. So
Landon's been a huge godsend. Him and
Landon and
Josh.
Josh, big time.
Yeah, thank you guys for all your help. So Landon and Josh, they're huge supporters of the show. They're, running around behind the scenes, getting tons of footage for us.
Yes, I started coming about a year ago, and I'm going to pretty much every event, every month ever since. I think it's great. I mean, it's like it's an active location, which is something you can't really manufacture it, put it that way. There's only certain places that are active that I've seen in my lifetime, and this is active. You interact with smart people that can explain away what seems to be impossible.
This being here is amazing, and could be so important to the story of what we're doing at the manor.
And this is something like it's been kind of whispered in passing with us over the last year or so, and we really started paying attention to it because more people are talking about it. Right. The witches, the 3 witches, the trolley accident. Very, very strange. So
I think this shows that it's all connected. I think whatever's at the manor could be somewhere else at any given time.
Right.
And maybe what we're seeing is one of these witches. You know what I mean? That's been described as kind of an old hag. Inhuman, as Bianca put it.
I think there's definitely something more to the trolley accident and these witches that we can tie to the manor, to the darkness of the town.
We lost a drone. Drone crashed. Hour and a half later, we finally found the drone. We had to kind of like abort mission.
I was flying a drone that I've flown a few times in the past, and I started to get kind of an emergency battery warning out of nowhere. Usually it just kind of tapers down, and then to go back to the site. But this was like immediate red flash emergency. So I held the button to land it, and instead of landing it, it just took off and ran into a tree. We finally found it. And then we got back here, we found out all the footage was deleted. Everything was running correctly, so the footage was gone. I've never seen that before. I have footage prior to and footage afterwards, but gone.
We filmed there for a good 2 or 3 hours, drone footage, and all that drone footage was lost. The only thing we have is the drone crashing and us finding the drone. That was the footage we had. I'm not saying it's paranormal by any means, but it was just very strange. That whole area has a weird vibe about it.
We're watching this drone fly around. We know that he's recording. We get to the spot where this location matches the description of where these witches, their house was.
It could be a coincidence, not sure. I'm not saying it's paranormal, but it's kind of weird that this all happened in the exact spot where these 3 witches apparently lived.
So Leela from Drop Paranormal actually got in touch with me and has a copy of the 6th and 7th books of Moses. This is amazing. This thing is really hard to find, and she's going to let me borrow it and a couple other books, so magic spells from the 1800s. We think that there's somewhere in these books the ritual that they cast to curse this town. This is an amazing find. I'm excited to dive into these books and see what else Leela's got for us.
Researching the Shanks, right, we know that they are German immigrants, and during the 1700s, when they came over, they brought over the folk magic traditions, and in sort of the German kind of heritage tradition, it's called a brockerei, which is kind of like blessings, bring good fortune, good wealth. You might hear that more in this area called powwow magic. Really would benefit man, their livestock, their lands. The one book that was very influential, George Homan, he wrote Powwows or the Long Lost Friend with these sort of remedies and these like magic rituals. And when you think about powwow, it's very Christian based. If you were to say like powwows, like witches, I think that would be kind of offensive, I guess, back in the day. So then you get into black magic, that's called hexerai. If you think of the term like hex, when you hex someone, or you could be the hex. That kind of leads us a little bit into the 6th and 7th book of Moses. There's a little bit of crossover with the powwow and the hexerai. But basically the book of Moses, the 6th and 7th, so you have your traditional 5 authorized books of the Bible. And then the 6th and 7th, they say these are the long lost books of the Hebrew Bible, that Moses, was able to perform these like miracles. But really, if you think about it, It's basically like a grimoire, which is sort of like a magic book of conjuration spells that have been passed down. It does come with a warning of precaution as far as black magic, and people have said that it's caused a lot of destruction. It's very bad luck to have in your house. So the book itself is, magical conjurations where you would coerce or sort of conjure high ministering angels, fallen angels. There's some demons in there as well. You're also working with spirits of the planets. You can work with entities for legal matters. The tragedy of the trolley accident in 1896. We can kind of speculate. We don't know exactly what they sort of conjure, what they said, what they did. Did they make some sort of deal? Who knows? Maybe we could say with that particular accident, they worked with entities revolving around storms, right? Infestations of bugs. So we could kind of speculate that way, but we don't know for sure. I don't think we'll ever know that. Interesting to tie that back to the Shank sisters. Really kind of validates a little bit with the story and the local area with the rural communities and tying back to the folklore.
Okay. And we're here with Katie and Whitney from
Graveyard Shift.
Yeah, Graveyard Shift.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Stoked to be here. It's been really interesting. Some audible stuff that I've never experienced before, which is cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, lots of kids.
Lots of kids.
Yeah, kid
Yeah.
activity for sure.
Yeah, so that's been a really good fun time.
Yeah.
Freaking scream from the baker room.
Yeah, that scream was crazy.
That was the craziest.
That echoed.
Group session in the servants' quarters, Graveyard Shift. You know me, Jeff and Kelsey. These are two of our friends that came here to meet you and hang out and get to know you.
Yeah, we've had a really good time so far. Thank you for taking the time to communicate with us.
Was that like a music box?
I heard something.
Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
It almost sounded like a music box.
Some kind. Can you make that noise again? Let us hear the music.
Where's that?
Yeah.
That was upstairs, maybe? You can come downstairs. You're safe now.
There it was again.
Yeah. It's a chime. Yeah, there's like some chime.
And the train's coming.
We gotta catch this train. Can't be hiding, we gotta go.
Does the train give you energy? That was back there, yeah. Can you come out here?
Yeah, we'll make room for you to come sit with us if you want.
If I whistle, can you whistle back? Ready?
Heard something.
I heard that too.
Woo!
Can you make a really loud noise? Let us know where you are. Yeah.
I can't tell.
I'm coming. Sit in this chair. Can I sit here? Can you show yourself to us?
Is that the crawling woman? Can we see you again?
If you tell us what your name is, we can call you by your name instead of the crawling woman. The light in the carriage went on.
Mm-hmm. I caught that.
Or do you want to play with that doll? You're allowed.
I just felt the floor shake.
Oh!
Welcome to My Haunted Manor USA.
Do you want to investigate My Haunted Manor USA?
Part of the My Haunted Project, filmed right here in the Samuel Miller Mansion in Columbia, PA.
That door just moved. It opened up.
With 24-hour surveillance monitored by professional paranormal investigators.
Did you see that?
What do you see, Spooky?
If you experience it,
We'll capture it live.
Oh my God!
There was just a loud bang. Oh, what was that?
Real people with real experiences.
What the was that?
Out of the corner of my eye, I just saw a shadow really quick.
It's been a good experience every single time.
I would definitely come back again.
2025 is going to be an epic year for the My Haunted Project.
You know, we're just getting started.
You know, we weren't able to explain this. We think this is actually something paranormal.
You guys?
Stop.
No, we got it.
Watch. Dude, there's shit going on in here.
What? You hear that?
Tell me who you are. I don't have to. Is that you?
Look at that, man.
Dude, that goes just like that.
we got an amazing season for you guys coming up. Dive way more into the history here. We're going to find out more about what's in the basement, who these kids are running around, get spooky out and about more in the manor, have some more spooky cam running.
This is what a paranormal project is really about. Being here for years and getting the people involved.
Hopefully you guys come out here for yourselves and experience this place firsthand because it's unlike any other place.
This is My Haunted Manor, USA.
I was here with Paranormal Nut and Paranormal Theory doing an investigation. They were doing solos in the basement, and we caught the best piece of visual evidence that we have seen here. Take a look at this.
I'm feeling like a cold spot, like a fluctuation in here. That's why I'm checking right now. Yes. Is the sailor from the last time I was here still here?
Oh, no way.
Oh my God, you see it walk. You see it walk that way. Yo.
No way.
Oh my God.
Let's go, baby.
Oh, you see it, yeah, you see it like act weird with the light and then it like it goes like this and just like kind of walks.
The last time I was here, still here.
We've had so many guests report sightings of apparitions walking out of the Underground Railroad entrance, and we haven't been able to catch it yet. So what I did was I set up my camera right outside of it, facing the room camera in the basement, to use it as a reverse laser grid type thing, thinking if something's gonna walk past it, it's gonna break that light. And we sat there and watched that camera for 2 hours of them doing solo investigations. Not once did it happen, but at 4 a.m., something walked in front of that light and we caught it.
So you understand me when I said okay. Hey Jim? Yeah? What's up?
We may have just caught a full-on apparition walking past my camera back there.
Oh, really?
Good James.
We'll show you when you come up here, man. It's pretty clear that it's crazy.
Holy, dude, I have like goosebumps down here. Like, I've been talking how I feel like this wave, like there's something here. That is it.
It's scary.
I felt like something
Trey
followed me downstairs.
He saw it in real time.
Yeah, he literally watched it. And that's the thing, he was just like, oh yeah, take a look in this area. I'm not going to tell you where it's at, but just
We were talking about getting a full body apparition. Look what happened.
Ah, man. Wait till you see this.
Just watch that light.
Holy shit, I just saw it. Like, you see the shadow come
He
out.
just walks out of it.
That's absolutely nutty.
Yo, play that again?
Because it's weird, because it like manifests or like does something with that light, and then like you saw it, right? And
Yeah.
it walks out.
Yeah, you see it in the light, but then you see a shadow come out.
Yeah, yeah. No way.
What you see is that light like flare up, like some kind of energy is in front of it. Then there's like a mist apparition that goes through it. We've seen this kind of flare up happen on other equipment when there's activity. You know, I think that's something going in front of that light. That's the effect that it's creating on the light waves. You know, I really want to get your guys' take on this. You know, what do you think? Is this an apparition coming through the wall here of the Underground Railroad? Do you think it's residual, or do you think these spirits are traveling and moving? And you know, I like to think that you're not stuck in one place. You can travel, you can see your loved ones, you can, you know, visit all the cool places in Colombia. Really curious what you guys think.
Yo, we finally did it, boys!
Yeah, well, I'm excited to see what the actual camera cut, and then yours too, Jimmy.
God damn it, we got them.
I almost feel like, Trey, before we even look at this footage, what's going to happen with yours is probably going to go out of focus.
When was the last time we checked that? I remember there was like 120 minutes, so 2 hours.
I don't know, let's go get it. Move the dial for Jim, okay? Or you can toss a rock.
Alright, we got an update. Just pulled my card from my camera, and it was a 128 gigabyte card that I just cleared out, formatted, put into the camera for this, and it stopped rolling right after Ryan went down. Right before Jimmy. It stopped after you.
And it stopped as soon as Jim came down?
And what happened to you with your recorder? Your recorder?
My recorder, it stopped the recording, the QR120. So it's not like, it's a pretty well used recorder. Never had that happen. So just shut it off.
Yeah.
That did happen here. And that's who I want to talk to. Can you tell me in that recorder right there your name? And I'm going to stop it real quick. Let's play this back. It stopped the recording. What the fuck? Alright, I'm here at the furnace.
That's where it cuts off. The hell? Whatever's down there don't want to be caught.
No.
But we got it from one angle.
Got it once. Well, maybe twice. Who knows?
Damn it.
That is weird that we had the recorder shut off, and then right before it was going to walk in front of that camera, just stops like.
You know, it's just an odd coincidence, and I think something's down there trying to stop us from seeing it. We've had other evidence to kind of back that up. We've heard like a jingling of the cables, like they're trying to rip out the cables to the cameras, like they're trying to stop us from recording. You know, what don't they want us to see?
Nobody moved.
Did you guys feel that?
I felt it right in my feet.
Whoa! That sounded like somebody jumped next to us or something.
Right. Yeah, it was like boom.
No one reacted. I was waiting to see like someone say something.
They followed, no one moved on camera.
It sounded like it was like...
It felt like it was right here. The floor vibrated.
Yeah.
I actually moved.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's this. I think somebody's playing with this. That's what it is. Because I can hear like the whole cable. I hear it.
Yeah, you hear bang and you hear something after it.
And there's even like a drag part of it. Where like you move part of it and then picked it up and dragged it again. Like it doesn't have enough energy to really get it out of here.
Can you try that again for us if we leave the room?
So I'm starting to build a theory with everything going on here in Columbia and at the manor, and I think that everything could be connected. Everyone you talk to has a paranormal story, an experience that has happened to them, and there's a lot of historical locations in this town, and I think each location could have something that resides there, that stays there. But I think a lot of the spirits that we communicate with travel to and from location in Columbia through the Underground Railroad. I think what's here one night could be at the market house another.
I was baking, I bake in the morning in the market house. I start at 1 a.m. And I was done baking, waiting for it to cool, and I was sitting over at the table, and down the brick path comes this, like, it was walking like this. Whoa. Tall.
Okay.
It was a man figure, and then it just disappeared, a black shadow.
Individual that is really masculine, really tall. It reminds me of an alien. I literally wrote about that in my notes.
I believe the whole town is sort of has something going on, and I've always been a believer that sudden death, they weren't ready to go off the earth. So that's why I believe there's a lot of stuff going on in this town.
I think this whole town is connected. I think it is kind of a portal or a vortex in a way. The story of the manor, the story of the hauntings here, all date back to the Underground Railroad, and I think it still works as a tunnel system today.
It helps prove our theory that spirits are still using the tunnel system. Unless this is residual freedom seeker that's coming through the tunnel, I think that the tunnel system is a network for these spirits to travel throughout Columbia.
Maybe turn it orange. You just have to get near it. Whoa!
Holy shit.
Keep going. Yeah, keep going. Can you make it turn red? So this green light. Yep, just like that. You were doing it before. Can you go orange?
Huh.
Message.
But it didn't say it.
No. What's your message? This is your time to tell us.
Holy shit. Look at that.
Dude, that's red. Thank you.
Dude, it's weird that a cold breeze came through with that.
I felt that, dude. That was sick. Take a seat. Like we were just sitting over there. We feel you. Oh my god, dude. It's all in the back of my neck. It's freezing.